Hey, welcome back to Rock Stardust. My name is Robbie, and today we are looking at another episode and what made that album great. And today I've got a beauty from 1977, all right, November, and it was the 8th studio album by Rod Stewart. And I tell you what, this one, Footloose and Fancy, really rocks. And it's a terrific album, and the whole band are on fire. They've been playing on the road for a few years, so they've got a real chemistry going. So it was a real band effort, as much as, you know, Rod had been doing all the solo work. This was a tight unit, and they really rock. And the cool thing about this as well, it came with a unique booklet, right? Which is so cool about some of these packages back in the day. And the great thing is you take it out and you've got all the different tracks illustrated, you know, with a little bit of fun there, you know. You got legs right up to your neck, you're making me a physical wreck. Gotta love that, you know. You're insane, right? You're in my heart. You know, you're Celtic United, but baby, I've decided you're the best team I've ever seen. This one here, beauty. That is beauty. Born Loose. Whoa. You keep me hanging on. So this booklet is really cool. And so I thought I'd just bring it out and show you. Alright, so you've got the tracks there. And I Was Only Joking, which is a great song as well. And there's the lads. Right, that's that rockin' band, and they were cooking on this record. Fabulous stuff, right? So, yep, it was produced by Tom Dowd, and you know, had a great sound. So of his solo works, this is one of the best of the lot, one of my absolute favourites. So on that Warner Brothers label, and you know what? It kicks off with a brilliant first track, Hot Legs. My God, that is awesome. And you know what? This highlights the great guitar playing on this album as well. And obviously the great lyrics and storytelling of Rod. But you wouldn't get away with a track like this in 2025. You know, this is a different era. People had more of a sense of humor, and it was more risque and fun. And that sort of summed up the times, you know what I mean? But, you know, looking at this track, in terms of the makeup of it, you know, you've got the band itself, right? So on guitars, you had Jim Cregan, Gary Granger, and Billy Peake. And Billy Peake really stands out on this one. If you watch the video clip, which is awesome with the railway track there and the girl, you know, and the band playing around that, it's a very cool video. Billy Peake really takes control of it, and he stands out on this track. His guitar playing is so raw rock and roll. But they're a great line of players. And so what a band. And you got on bass, you know, Phil Chen there, piano, John Jarvis, and drums, Carmine Apiece, right? Great drummer. But this one was written by Rod Stewart and Gary Granger. All right, guitar player there. Fabulous song that rocks. It's cool. I just love the humor in it too. It's just brilliant. You're Insane is very cool. It's quite funky. It's got a really cool bass groove and vibe to it. It's of that era too, you know. It's got a little bit of that disco stuff, which was to come later with the next album for him. And this is a great track. This is cool. So, honey, it's a crying shame. The whole world, the whole bad town thinks you're insane. You're in my heart. What an amazing ballad. Love this song. Great track. And yeah, it's one of Rod's best songs. And you know, I always remember the Mike Myers, So I Married an Ex-Murderer movie. That's pretty classic, if you've ever seen that. And he goes, you're in my eyes, you're in my eyes, you're in my eyes. He's playing a Scottish dad, yeah. So that was a great track, and again, that was penned by Rod Stewart, and what a great storyteller, songwriter he is. Born Loose, this cuts loose, man. This is a real rocker. The band are on fire, they really cook. Great guitars, bass drums, great vocal performance. Born Loose, it summarizes that rebellious sort of Rod Stewart, but the boys in the band and getting up to mischief, and having a good time. Yeah. And up next is You Keep Me Hanging On, which is a great version of the Dozier Holland Motown song, and it really is cool, the way that's put out. Powerful performance, vocals, passionate vocals from Rod, very soulful, and a wonderful production, with the strings and everything on it. So pretty damn cool. And if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. That's a terrific track as well. Brilliant, soulful, heartfelt, a lot of passion, really drawing on that. What a great vocalist. Really highlights his vocals too. And that's a classic too, that track. Really is. It was actually written by, interesting, Raymond Banks, Raymond Jackson, and Carl Hampton. So that'll be that sort of songwriting guild that was going on at the time when that came out, and back in that day. You Got a Nerve, Stewart Granger. Very cool. That rocks too. It's got a great groove. Great groove. And you can see, you can hear Carmen Apiece, what a great drummer he was as well. And it caps the album off. The final track is I Was Only Joking, which to me is probably one of Rod Stewart's greatest songs and most memorable from a storytelling perspective. And it's a great melodic song with a great catchy chorus, but a great story. And I think it's really highlighted too by the guitar playing. Like if you watch some live footage, that really rocks. And there was 3 guitarists in this band. I think Jim Cregan takes most of that solo, but there's a lot going on in there. And it's incredibly underrated, but it's a terrific, terrific solo. It's one of the best of the 70s. Very much overlooked. And you can see the band there, they really were a great lineup. Okay, so this album really highlights Rod Stewart at his rockin' best. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot to take from it, and it's exciting. It's a great party album, and it did a lot of business too. It was a very big seller. 4 times platinum in Australia, 4 times platinum in Canada, 3 times platinum in the USA, platinum in the UK. It was huge all over the world. It was a big, big album. And that lineup again really contributed to that, because it wasn't a bunch of session guys. This was a working band, and they really came to the party. So it's one of the finest albums of that era too, from around 1977, November, so it's getting late, but it's very much overlooked at times, but it was a very big album, and I just wanted to bring it to notice here, because the elements that make this a great album is the songwriting and the chemistry of this band, and they really did rock, so aside from all of the other Rod Stewart bits and pieces, that he's done over the years, the songbooks and that sort of stuff, but that you can't beat that 70s period. It kind of, I'm not too fussed on a lot of the 80s stuff, but Blondes Have More Fun came after this, which was mega huge. Do You Think I'm Sexy and all that, but I think this was his last true great rock album. Look, tell me what you think too. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'd love to know your thoughts and your favourite Rod albums. Please do like and subscribe. It takes like a 1.5 seconds, and it means a lot, because it helps me establish this channel and build the community, and that's what it's all about. And give it a like if you're into this sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing these sort of things every week, so look forward to catching up with you next time. And in the meantime, have a great week, and yeah,